So you're doing your homework on Mililani. You're trying to figure out if Mililani is that spot for you. A lot of people absolutely love living in Mililani. It's one of the hottest spots on the island that people are trying to get into. But for some people, it's just not a good fit. So in this video, we're actually talking about the absolute worst things about living in Mililani, Hawaii. Some of these may be deal breakers for you. Some of these things that you're just like, that's nothing, no big deal, still want to live there. And we're getting after it right now. What's going on? Welcome to the Living in Hawaii channel. If you're new here, this channel is all about what it's like to live in Hawaii, what it's like to eat, sleep, play, breathe, do anything and everything in Hawaii. If you're not new here, hey, welcome on back. Make sure you all hit that like button. It's going to help anybody else be able to find these helpful videos. Hit that subscribe button. The easiest way for you to get notified when we put a new video out on this channel is for you to hit that notification bell. You hit that notification bell, it's going to send you a little ping to your phone, your computer, whatever it is, and it's going to say, hey, look, Living in Hawaii put a new video up, and you're probably going to want to watch it. And look, we get so many people reaching out to us every single day about their move to Hawaii. Whether you're in the military, whether you're a civilian, whatever the case may be, you got a job, you're making the move out there, whatever it is, you can reach out to us however you're comfortable. You can shoot us a text, give us a call, send us an email, however it is that you're comfortable. We got your back when it comes to anything and everything living in Hawaii. Starting off with number 5, and this is something that a lot of people really don't like, and it's where it's located. Okay, so Mililani is centrally located, and I'm actually going to bring up the map for you here in just a second and show you that so you have a good orientation of where Mililani is located and why this may be an issue. But it is centrally located on the island of Oahu, and we look at the island sort of as a triangle, which I'm going to show you in a second. It's like almost dead center, and this could cause issues as far as some people's needs, wants, right, and maybe some deal breakers. But let's pull up the map and really check it out. All right, so we went ahead and dove into Google Maps, and I wanted to show you this because this is super important, especially not only where it's located, but if you're searching for homes, which we're going to talk about later in this video too. But so that you can see here, we zoomed out on the island of Oahu, all right? And how I said we kind of look at it like this imperfect triangle, all right? We got this little imperfect triangle, and we're not going to spend the whole video on the map. Again, this is just to orient you, okay? And so the zip code for Mililani is 96789, and now I'm going to zoom in. You can kind of see that if you go into Google Maps and you put in this zip code, you can go ahead and you can see this red outline as well on your side. So as I zoom in, you can see 96789. You can start to see this red outline coming in a little bit more. All right, and now this is actually a pretty good spot. Let's see. Yep, too much. So let's go back out just a little bit more. All right, this is actually a really good point of view for you to see. Now, we showed you that it's centrally located, and why can this be a problem? Well, some people prefer to be closer to the water. What's also going to happen here is Mililani is super high in elevation. Now, this may be an issue for you, it may not be, but where it's located, it's going to be over 600 feet in elevation, right? And what's crazy is the drive, which we'll talk about later too, but getting up here to Mililani, you're going to notice that's like a roller coaster when you're just going straight up almost. It's pretty wild, but it's pretty up there in elevation. And as you can see, this red outline. Now, the way it breaks down too is, so we've got this highway right here, the H2. You can see the H2, this yellow line. Oahu has a 3 highway system, H1, 2, and 3 over here on the other side. H2 runs directly through Mililani, and the way it breaks down is sort of to the west side, okay, of the H2. You're going to have town side, and then to the Mauka Launani Valley side, which says right there, Mililani Mauka Launani Valley, that's going to have your Mauka side, okay? So town side, Mauka side. And this is really how it breaks down, with the H2 kind of being that divider of the two right there. And what it also does is you can see you got Wheeler Army Airfield and Schofield Barracks right there. Now, the reason this is one of the worst things, again, we talked about being elevated and being centrally located, not having that easy access to the water, which a lot of people absolutely love. But again, as we zoom out, you can see that centrally located could be an issue for some, could not be. All right, either way, though, you got to reach out and let us know. We can talk more about it. Number 4 on our list is there is just not a ton of big box stores. Now, yes, please always support local businesses, shop local, all right, if can, right? And this is something they have that you are really wanting, that you need, right? Now, some of you are big box shoppers. You're looking for your Targets. You want to be near your Target, your Costco, your Sam's, all right, whatever it is, Home Depot, Lowe's. Maybe you're one of them DIY people that always want to be close to that, okay? When it comes to Mililani, the only big box store that they have is Walmart. Now, if you consider Ross a big box store, then they have Ross. But when it comes to Mililani, Walmart is going to be the only real big box store there. Okay, and now there are a couple other like shopping centers and stuff that you can go through. Mililani Town Center. If you've checked out our Mililani vlog, then you can see when I'm walking through Mililani Town Center, or sorry, around Mililani Town Center. But there's Mililani Town Center in there. There's a there's a UFC gym. There's a movie theater. There's a lot of great little spots to eat if you like hot pot, all right, or if you like burgers. There's a Five Guys. I didn't say it was the best burger place, but it's there, all right. And there's a lot of other cool little places to eat. All right, so that's Mililani Town Center. Now, what if you are a Costco shopper, right? Where's my Costco at? All right, Costco is going to be a little bit south in Waipio. Now, depending on where you live in Mililani, all right, it could be 10, 15, 20-minute drive, but not that bad. All right, now that Costco is absolutely nuts. All right, that Costco is busy. That Costco is wild. And they actually have the food section, and not to make this video about Costco, but when you go down there, like buying your hot dog, your burger, your $1.50 meal or whatever it was, the hot dog and burger, or hot dog and soda, $1.50, it's outside. All right, so even when you're walking up to Costco and you see all these long lines of people standing outside, that's where it's at, out in the heat, outside. Anyway, that Costco is nuts. They're all nuts, but that's where it is, about 10, 15 minutes south. And now you got to think like people from Pearl City are coming over there because it's just south, all right? People from Waikele, Waipio, Mililani, Wahiawa. So all these people that are kind of central in that little region are coming to this one. All right, now why wouldn't people go to a Sam's in Pearl City? Because there's a Sam's in Pearl City. If you're a Sam's shopper, that's going to be about 20 minutes south. Not too bad. No Target nearby. You're going to have to go to Pearl City for that as well, Pearl Ridge, to go to the nearest Target. But those are some of the big box stores. There's actually a Lowe's in Waikele, a little bit south, not that bad either. All right, but just to let you know, if you're one of those, there's no Whole Foods, nothing like that. All right, support your local businesses, shop local, and then, hey, look, if you need those bigger ones, then you're going to have to drive a little bit farther out if you have Mililani pinpointed as the place that you want to call home. Number 3 on our list is Mililani has a very heavy military presence. Okay, now look. Before you get started, all right, I am prior service. I served in the military. I get it. I totally get it. And if that's not something that you want to be surrounded by, then Mililani may not be the place for you. And that's okay, all right? That is perfectly fine. Matter of fact, when I was in the military, when I was serving in the military, I lived over 30 minutes away from base because when I was at work, okay, I was locked in. I was at work when it was the weekend or when we had our breaks or whatever. I wanted to be away from it, all right? I didn't want to be walking around Walmart saluting Sergeant Major because I saw him in Walmart, all right? Or being corrected because I had facial hair when I was on like a Christmas break or something like that, right? So I get it. I totally get it. And those are for you military service members that may be watching this. If you're civilian or DOD, you may get it as well, all right? And whether you know, you're just a local family and you're trying to find that spot in Mililani and you don't want to be around it. Hey, look, I get it. All right. I totally get it. So again, I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just letting you know that a lot of military like to live and try to find a house in Mililani because of the proximity to base. They love proximity to work. Who doesn't? All right. Everybody likes being closer to work for the most part. All right. And so that's really just something to make you aware of if you're thinking about finding that spot and then you start seeing a ton of people in uniforms. That's exactly why. Number 2 on our list is Mililani has some old homes. Oh man, some of these homes are just old and outdated. More so on Townside. If you remember the map, we showed H2 kind of breaking up. You got Townside, Mauka towards the mountains. Okay, hidden word right there. Pick it up. All right, anyway, Townside got some older style homes. It's like you're driving and you're looking at it and you're like, man, why do some of these homes look like this? Like one of them, I just specifically remember this one home, and there's actually a few of them that look like this. Like the roof is completely flat, and then there's like this weird little like triangle in a certain part of it, and we're like, oh, we don't really have any chimneys in Hawaii, so I don't know what that is. It's just like some weird elevated area, and it's not necessarily an upstairs. And then some other parts you can see where somebody tried to DIY their own like new portion of the house, and it's like that doesn't look that great. And I know Mililani's HOA is tight-knit about this kind of stuff too, but they're just some older style homes. So when you're searching online and you see, like, if you're looking And this could be a deal breaker for you. We've had clients where they really loved Mililani, but they did not want a home that was older than 20 years old. They preferred actually something less than 15, but could deal with like that 18, 19 mark. So if you're looking at Mililani, you expect to see homes 70s, 80s, 90s. All right, some of these are just older. Malcaside, a little bit more newer. Okay, definitely has a lot more newer. But when you're looking at some of these townhomes and you see like the paneling, the jealousy windows, or that way, right? When you have the jealousy windows and you see you got to crank them things, you got to get some airflow in the house. It's just a very common theme when it comes to the older homes that were built in Hawaii way back when. So definitely come to expect a lot of those outdated homes. Now, when you're searching online, you see those gems where you're like, wow, the outside of this home looks like the 70s. The inside looks like 2022. Great. All right. Now, I'm not saying anything's wrong with the structure or the bones or the piping or anything like that. That we leave that up to the inspectors when we get into escrow and we're under contract. All right. But when it comes to just curb appeal, maybe that's something that you want to have. You want your house to have that curb appeal, and then maybe Malcaside, maybe something that you're looking more into. Not to say don't look at Townside, because Townside has a lot of great homes too. Okay, so when we're looking overall in your home search, if you put in that zip code we mentioned earlier of 96789 into your home search, whether you like Zillow, Realtor, or my own website, then you will only see homes underneath that Mililani zip code. Number one on our list is the cost of homes. Now, this could pretty much be all of Hawaii, but we're specifically talking about Mililani's cost of homes, and a couple factors play into this. We talked about this earlier with a lot of people really trying to find their spot in Mililani. We talked about a couple of those things being the weather, the elevation, all the things that we've talked about that, maybe something that you can't stand on this video, other people love. All right. And that's cool. Maybe they're not a deal breaker for you and you're like, no big deal. All right. But the cost of homes is something we got to consider. And now, yes, even though we're on this like small island, the cost of homes from Hawaii Kai to Kailua to Mililani to Kapolei and on up to Wailua are going to be different. All right, the age of the homes, which we just talked about. All right, the style of the homes, the size of the home, which all incorporate into price, size, location, condition. And Mililani is one of those that has that location that a lot of people love. A lot of people love the center of the island, love the elevation, love the weather, all right, and everything that it has to offer. Now, I am going to pull up some data. I know that you guys love to see the data. I love to show you the data in the back end of the MLS because I'm a local real estate agent and I have access to that stuff. And I love to show you it so that you can see for yourself. Now, just remember at the time of this recording, all right, in October of 2022, depending on when you see this, that data will change. And that is exactly why you can get on a call with us and we can show you some more about the updated information, depending on when we get on our call back in the MLS, and we can look through some homes and talk more about what entails these homes, because some of these have crazy HOA fees that play a factor into your budget. All right, but I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you guys some of this back-end data in the MLS. All right, here we go. We are in the backside of the MLS showing you this data from InfoSparks, and we can see that we are in the zip code. I mentioned the zip code several times, but 96789. All right, let's punch it in. Boom, boom, boom. 96789. There it is. All right, all price ranges, all land tenure, right? We're doing all these. So what you can see here is this graph. This graph is this over the last 3 years. I'm just going to change it to year. This is where we're really focusing over here on the right. Don't worry, I'm going to zoom it in for some of these that may be watching on your phone. I'll zoom it in and we can check it out. But I just want to let you know. So this is both single family homes and condo townhomes for sale. This is the average sales price, all right, over the last month. Okay, that's what this is. Okay, not the year. This is not the year. The graph is the year. This right here, you'll see that I'm going to change it over the last 6 months. And now that's what we're looking at here. So let me go ahead and show you. I'm going to zoom this in. Bear with me a second. Here we go. Blow it up for y'all so y'all can see this. All right. So over the last 6 months, and remember, this is both condo townhomes and single family homes. Okay. Over the last 6 months. Now this is entire MLS. This is Mililani right here, 96789. You can see that it is a 16.5% increase. But the average is going to be $753,799 over the last 6 months. All right, now let me go ahead and zoom back out and we'll take off. Okay, we're going to take off condo townhomes and we're going to look at single family homes. Okay, let's go ahead and boom that thing back in. And remember, this is the average, not the median, two different things. You can see here on the right or top right, 96789, again, a 9.5% increase over the last 6 months. Okay, and we're looking at 1.139 plus million. Okay, right there, 1.139 plus million is the average. Now, does that mean you're going to be paying $1.1 million for a house in Mililani? No, not necessarily. There are other houses. They're not all that price. That's the average. Remember the average, okay? Let's check condo townhomes and zoom that in and show you guys condo townhomes. Now, over the last 6 months, you can see that that's at a 12.7% increase in the average sales price. And we're looking at 6 months, you got $536,007. All right, $536,000 essentially is going to be that average sales price, all right, over the last 6 months. And now again, does that mean that every condo townhome is $536K? No, not indefinite. Okay, and again, remember with the time that you were seeing this. Okay, now I am going to show you rentals. We do not service rentals. Okay, we only work on the sales side of things, but let's go ahead and check out rent over the last 6 months. You can see that that's at a 9.2% increase. 9.2% increase. And you can see that the average rent, okay, in Mililani is $2,644 a month. Over the last 6 months, that's a 9.2% increase. All right, $2,644 is the average rent. Okay, so you can see how that data, I love showing you guys that data so that you can see that for yourself and you don't just read an article somewhere. It's like, hey, look, Ryan's that real estate agent there that loves to show you guys the data in the MLS in real time so that you guys can see that. There you have it. I showed you the data. Again, I'm one of those that I just love to make sure that you have a good understanding of what we're looking at when it comes to buying a home in Mililani, whether that's single family or condo townhomes. Again, proximity to base, proximity to work, all those great things and more. We've covered a ton of things about Mililani. Again, some of those could be like, those are the absolute worst things and I do not want to live there. All right, thank you for making me aware of that information. Or it's like, those are nothing. All right, and those, I can't wait to live in Mililani. Ryan, please, let's get on a call and we can definitely look at some homes in Mililani and talk more about that. And just like I said in the beginning of this video, however you're comfortable, you can slide in the DMs, you can shoot me a text, send me an email, give us a call. All right, our team is here to help you with anything and everything when it comes to living in Hawaii. All right, if you've made it this far and you haven't already hit the like button, please do so. It's going to help anybody else be able to find these helpful videos about Mililani and all of living in Hawaii. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And like I said in the beginning of this video, if you go ahead and you hit that notification bell on your YouTube channel or on the YouTube channel right here, you'll get notified when Living Hawaii puts out a new video on this channel. Thank you guys for watching. We got tons of other videos, vlog tours on this channel. They're going to start popping up for you right now.